So one video I've been wanting to make for a while, and I didn't get to make it because of the whole thing I had to take care of last week when it was tough for me to do videos. But a lot of you guys wanted me to desperately make a video on the pregnant Joker comic, and this is what this video's for. So apparently, DC Comics has gone off the deep end, as they always have. DC Comics is just it's gone. Like DC Comics as a whole is not what it used to be anymore. And what they're doing now is they're using Elseworld kind of comics to try to push their agenda, right? Because it gives them the ability to say, oh, well, it's not actual canon, so what does it matter? It's not actually affecting the character, the main character, so what does it matter? It's just an Elseworld story. We promise this is not what we want to actually do in the main canon. This is just a side story. They do this all the time because it's easy for them to have a cop out. And now they're doing it with Joker, where apparently they're having a male pregnant Joker, like an actual legitimate male pregnant Joker in the comic books. I shit you not. This is a serious thing. It's hilarious, but it's a joke. It's just I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So let's get into the article, guys. This one comes from some good old bounding into comics, and this is the picture here where, where you have pregnant fucking Joker. All right, this video's gonna get demonetized, guys. Just letting you know. So if you could give it a like and share, I would greatly appreciate it. So it says, well, what do we have here? I think you're pregnant. I think you're right. Do we have a good OBGYN we use? What? This is Listen, I understand it's an Elseworld story. Oh, it doesn't affect you. What do you care? It does affect me. It affects kids around me. It affects adults around me. It affects friends, family. Everybody looks at this stuff and they see it. And this affects me because you're trying to indoctrinate the future. This is what you're trying to do. You're trying to normalize this insanity, and that's why it affects me. Even though it doesn't directly affect me as a person, it affects me in my life because you are completely trying to indoctrinate the future of which I have to get old in. And that's the problem. This stuff is insane, okay? It's insane. A lot of YouTubers don't want to call it out. I'm going to call it out. I don't care. If I get demonetized, I get banned. It is what it is. This stuff is stupid. It says Ethan Van Sciver reacts to the Joker becoming pregnant in new issue of Joker the Man Who Stopped Laughing. DC Comics is getting weirder and weirder. It sure is. There is probably no character more apropos of weirdness than the Joker, but as it pertains to DC as a whole, just when you think you've seen everything, something even weirder happens. In a backup story in the new issue of Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, the Jester of Genocide became a dad, although not by the means of typical biology. It says Joker himself got pregnant and gave birth to his child after being hexed by Zatanna when she stops his caper to steal Gotham's water supply. Casting a backward spell, I can't even say that. What the hell is that? That means no one else will ever have your baby, causes the prankster to reach 9 months in record fashion. At a natal exam conducted by the Atomic Skull, Joker has a child when he vomits up sentient mud that coalesces into his own mini-me that mentally remarks how handsome his dad is. This bizarre reproduction won't go over well with Batman, but first, here in reality, former DC creator Ethan Van Sciver made his disgust known. So he says DC Comics is getting weirder and weirder, allowing more perverts and fetishists to make grotesque filth out of their classic characters. Fellows, Batman is your last sellable comics franchise. Normal readers might not enjoy Atomic Skull giving Joker a prenatal pelvic exam. This is you got to ask yourself, who are you making this for? Like, who are you making these comic books for? Like I said, I get it's an Elseworld story. You could say it's not real, whatever. Who are you making this for? Who do you think, like, do you pull statistics of your readers and are like 80% of them trans or something? Like, who are you making this for? Because you can't say it's not a trans story. You can't, because it is. All right. Even though Joker is a man, you making him pregnant and giving birth, you're trying to tell a trans story. That's what you're trying to do. I don't care how much you try to fucking deny it, jump around it. You're trying to tell a trans story. And it's a joke. It really is a joke. Like, this is just stupid. Comic reviewer Jamal Baraka of the Substack I Review Comics sounded off in the replies with his shocked reaction and analysis. Comics are for the young and the young at heart, he wrote. What 9-year-old boy or girl wants to see Joker get a prenatal checkup? He added there are a bunch of weirdos at Marvel and DC. Baraka would continue, this is as bad as those piss baby comments in the X-Men last week. Van Sciver would concur with this assessment, responding absolutely true. The Cyberfrog artist creator mediated more disbelief of the visual in his post threads. As Twitter uses the white bunny, wait, this is real? Van Sciver had to break the news to confirm, yeah, it is. And that's true. The X-Men comic where they were talking about like pissing and all that stuff, like DC is trying to do what a lot of these people do, and they're trying to reach out to children. That's what they're trying to do, honestly. I mean, somebody's got to say it. They're trying to reach out to children, and they're doing it through entertainment and media means. That's what they're doing. That's their form of indoctrination, social media, entertainment, comic books. That's what they're trying to do, and they're trying to do sexual things with kids. It's just the truth, man. I'm sorry. Others came at him from the opposite end of the spectrum to question his outrage. First, Van Sciver was asked sarcastically why he cares about Joker's pregnancy so badly, and he answered, care? I'm laughing at it in disbelief and disgust. For that, he got a snarky response. LOL, sounds like you should stop finding inconsequential things to be mad about and get a life. Yeah, it's amazing how it's always inconsequential, and it's always, look, it's always people that look like this. Why is it always people that look like this? Always white liberals with rainbows somewhere on their fucking forehead. Like, who are you? Who are you? Why do you want to talk to kids about this stuff so bad? Why? Why, Mark X Teg? Why do you want to talk to kids so bad about that? Van Sciver replied in kind, my life is comics, dude. It's where I derive my living. I care about its sustainability, he explained. When Twitter user Mark X Tag didn't see the correlation whatsoever between someone's livelihood and Joker having a blob baby, Van Sciver had to further clarify his point. So perverts making Batman comics repulsive have no effect on the comics business? Okay, he quipped. The tenor the same. The banter continued like that with Van Sciver firing back at similar sentiments. Eventually, he was accused of wishing DC would hire him back, which, even if there was a chance, is unlikely. Personal politics aside, Van Sciver makes money independently off his all-caps work and says he does so while DC is chugging that bleach and puking out weird imagery. And I agree with that, man. Like, I just don't see why people like to use the excuse, oh, it's fake, so why does it matter? Well, if it's fake and it doesn't matter, then why did it matter enough for you to want to change it? Why does it matter enough for you to want to input yourself into there if it doesn't matter at all in the first place? So either it does matter or it doesn't matter. Either everything matters or nothing matters. Like, it has to, there is no in between. So when people like that, this person tries to say, oh, well, why does this bother you? Well, because I'm forced to look at it. That's why it bothers me, okay? I'm forced to look at it. It's going to destroy comics. It's going to destroy comics' legacy little by little, and comic books are going to end up suffering because of it, even though they already are. Comic books are in the gutter, okay? The only reason why comic book numbers even looks remotely decent is because the prices have gone higher, and not only that, they've been mixed in with graphic novels, which mangas dominate. So it doesn't make any sense to me that somebody who doesn't have doesn't do comic books for a living is going to tell somebody else who does do comic books for a living that this shouldn't matter to them, because it should. All of this should matter to them because it's going to affect them one way or another, whether indirectly or directly. Both of them are very much possible. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought of today's story, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.